Welcome to Deen Xplorers, your guide to exploring Islam and its timeless teachings that can help us navigate the challenges of modern life. In this video, we will explore a powerful topic, fear, and how you can overcome it through the wisdom of Islam. If you're new to our channel, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support us in spreading beneficial knowledge. We all experience fear in life, whether it's fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown. But the good news is that Islam offers practical spiritual solutions to help us overcome these fears. Today we will explore how we can stop being afraid by drawing inspiration from the Quran and examples from the lives of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and other great Muslims in history. By the end of this video, you'll better understand how Islam helps us build courage, face challenges with strength, and rely on Allah in all aspects of life. Part 1. Understanding fear and how Islam views it. Before we learn how to overcome fear, it's important to understand what fear is and how Islam views it. Fear is a natural emotion. It can protect us from harm, but too much fear can hold us back and stop us from achieving our potential. Islam teaches us that while feeling fear is normal, we should not let it control us. Instead, we should rely on our faith and trust Allah to manage our fears. The Quran encourages us to face our fears with the assurance that Allah is always with us, guiding us through our challenges. Do not lose heart and do not grieve, and you are the uppermost if you are believers. This verse was revealed during the aftermath of the Battle of Uhud, when the Muslims had suffered a great setback and were filled with fear and sorrow. Despite the loss, Allah reassured them not to despair or let their fear overwhelm them, because they still had Allah's support. This verse teaches us that even in moments of defeat or hardship, we should not lose hope or be afraid, as our faith in Allah will give us the strength to rise again. Take the Battle of Badr, for instance. The Muslims were vastly outnumbered, and the fear of defeat was real. Yet Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his companions placed their trust in Allah, and through their unwavering faith, they achieved victory against the odds. This shows that fear diminishes when we rely on Allah, and success is possible, even when the situation seems impossible. Part 2. The power of Tawakkul, trusting Allah in all matters. One of the most important tools Islam gives us to overcome fear is Tawakkul, or trust in Allah. Your worries naturally decrease when you fully believe Allah controls everything and knows what is best for you. The unknown, often a source of fear, becomes less daunting because you know Allah has a plan, even if you can't see it right now. Say, nothing can ever reach us except what Allah has destined for us. He is our master. And in Allah alone the believers must place their trust. We are relying on Allah, especially after making our best efforts. It is natural to feel fear when making big decisions, but we must remember that once we have done everything in our power, the rest is up to Allah. Whatever the outcome, it will benefit us in the grand scheme of things, even if we don't understand it right now. Remember that Allah is in control when fear begins to creep in. Let go of the things you cannot change and trust Allah. This trust will free you from the chains of fear, because you know that no matter what happens, Allah has your back. Part 3. Facing fear of failure. One of the most common fears in modern life is the fear of failure. Many worry about failing in their careers, education, or personal goals. Social media and society emphasize success, making it seem like failure is something to be ashamed of. But Islam teaches us that success is measured by effort and intention, not just results. In Islam, success is not solely based on worldly outcomes. Our sincere efforts and intentions matter the most. We must trust Allah's plan and be satisfied with doing our best, knowing Allah controls the results. And O witnesses, keep your testimony upright for the sake of Allah. That is what anyone who believes in Allah and the last day is exhorted to do. Whoever fears Allah, He brings forth a way out for him. When we live by Allah's guidance, He will open doors for us, even when we can't see a way forward. Fear of failure diminishes when we know that Allah is our ultimate provider. Even if things don't go according to plan, Allah knows what's best for us. Let's say you've been working hard to get a promotion at your job. You put in the hours, but when the time comes, someone else gets it. Naturally, you feel disappointed and fear that you're not good enough. But if you remind yourself of this Quranic verse and the importance of tawakkul, trust in Allah, you'll understand that perhaps this outcome is part of Allah's bigger plan for you. Maybe He is saving you from a bigger challenge, or something better is approaching. So continue doing your best and leave the rest to Allah. Part 4. Overcoming fear of judgment from others. One of our most common fears in modern life is being judged by others. Social media and societal expectations can make us feel constantly scrutinized. However, Islam teaches us that the only approval that truly matters is that of Allah when we focus on pleasing Allah instead of seeking validation from people. The fear of judgment disappears. And place your trust in the ever-living who cannot die, and proclaim His purity along with His praise. Enough is He to be aware of the sins of His servants. Allah is the most merciful and forgiving. It's easy to get caught worrying about what others think of us, but Allah's judgment matters most. People's opinions are temporary, but Allah's judgment is eternal. As long as you are following the path of Islam and striving to please Allah, don't let the fear of people's judgment hold you back. Look at the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. When he began preaching Islam, the people of Makkah opposed and even persecuted him. But he never let the fear of judgment stop him from spreading Allah's message. Instead, he remained focused on his mission, knowing Allah's approval was far more important than people's opinions. Part 5. Fear of health issues. Health-related fears are very common today. Whether it's anxiety about getting sick or dealing with a chronic illness, fear of our health or the health of our loved ones can weigh heavily on us. This fear has increased during global health crises, such as the COVID-19 pandemic. In Islam, we are encouraged to take care of our health and well-being, but we are also reminded that every illness and every cure comes from Allah instead of fear. We should trust Allah and seek spiritual and medical healing. And when I become sick, He heals me. All healing comes from Allah. We should do our part by seeking medical help and maintaining healthy habits, but the ultimate cure lies in Allah's. Understanding this helps us manage our fear of illness and trust that Allah knows what is best for us, whether in health or sickness. Imagine you're anxious about an upcoming surgery or medical procedure. The fear of complications or the unknown can cause a lot of stress. But by remembering this verse, you can reassure yourself that while doctors may perform the surgery, Allah controls the outcome. With this mindset, you can face health challenges with courage and peace, knowing Allah is the true healer. Part 6. Fear of the future. The fear of the unknown is one of the most overwhelming fears people experience today. With so much uncertainty in the world, from global crisis to personal struggles, it's easy to feel anxious about the future. But Islam gives us the tools to face the future with confidence and peace. And He found you unaware of the way the Sharia, then He guided you. Allah will always guide us no matter how uncertain or lost we feel. We may not know the future, but we can be sure that Allah's guidance is constant. When you trust Allah and seek His guidance, the fear of the future becomes less overwhelming. Consider someone who loses their job due to a company downsizing. Naturally, they fear how they will provide for their family or pay their bills. But instead of letting fear take over, Islam teaches us to trust that Allah has a plan. Losing that job could lead to new opportunities, maybe even a better career. While looking for new work and taking practical steps is important, trusting that Allah is guiding your future helps reduce the fear of uncertainty. Fear is a natural part of life, but Islam provides us with the tools to overcome it. We can overcome the fears that hold us back by placing our trust in Allah, focusing on His approval instead of people's, and relying on patience and faith. Remember, Allah does not burden us with more than we can bear, and He is always there to guide us through every challenge. Thank you for watching Deen Xplorers. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more content. May Allah grant us the strength to face our fears and trust His wisdom. Ameen.